Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Lean Publishing Tip of the Day live stream, where I'm going to be talking a little bit about following and interacting with other authors and thought leaders online in order to expand your audience. As usual, just a little bit of housekeeping to begin with. These live streams are all recorded for posterity and live on our YouTube channel at Leanpub on the playlist for Lean Publishing Tip of the Day. I highly recommend you subscribe to our YouTube channel, not only for these tips of the day, but also for new release videos, launch videos, podcast videos, and all kinds of other awesome content that we create there that can help you learn how other authors are reaching more readers. If you're a Leanpub author, and if you're an aspiring author, learn what authors do to try and reach more readers. And of course, if you're just interested in books and authors from all around the world, our YouTube channel at Leanpub is a great way to discover them. And as always, every single one of these Lean Publishing Tip of the Day live streams also has an accompanying blog post that lives forever on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. If you go there and you don't see the article right on the blog, you can just click that little magnifying glass, search for the keywords, and you'll find the article. The articles are useful if you sort of prefer reading to watching me talk, but they're also useful because they often have helpful links and things like that to our author help center and to explainer videos and other things and maybe other online resources and things like that. So if you jump in later, you miss it, you can always check out the Lean Publishing Tip of the Day on our blog post. There will be a link to this video in there as well. And you can check our YouTube channel. So today I'm talking about something that's, one of those things that seems kind of straightforward, but is really important to build into your daily habits as a self-published author, and that's to follow and interact with other authors and thought leaders online. When I say follow, I mean, go to their X account and follow them. Go to LinkedIn and try and subscribe to their newsletter or connect with them in some way by following, and then watch what they do, how they behave. If you're new to it, and if you're not new to it, then you'll know what you're doing. But yeah, this is a really good way of connecting with them. They'll often see, oh, I've got a new connection. It'll, kind of lodge your name in their head. And then that way you can interact with them when they post about things, replying and saying, hey, great blog post today or something like that. Here's what I think about something. If you have anything interesting to add. Over time, what this can potentially turn into is a bunch of relationships. And so when you announce that you've published a new version of your book, for example, this person might notice, and then people in their network might notice if they repost it or something like that. This is actually one of those ways that people help each other out. It's one of those funny things when you're starting out, especially as a self-published author, you might feel very alone, and you might be at the beginning, but people want to help each other out. If they're connected with you online, if they've followed you back, things like that, and they see that you've published a new book or you've published a new chapter or something like that, they will reply, they will be, oh, great news, et cetera, and things like that. So building this community over time is a really important thing, but the really important thing is that it starts with you. You have to reach out. People aren't going to find you just on their own. This is one of those things that sort of easy to say, but more difficult to internalize. You can write a whole book and still no one knows about you. It's not going to happen magically, and they're definitely not going to know that you wrote a book. So you actually need to build being an active, person online on various platforms yourself on your own in order to find an audience. It's just a feature of self-publishing. It's actually a good one. It's a fun one. You'll notice that, for the most part, people are actually supportive, helpful, things like that. So the next question is, how do you then? Well, so I've found a thought leader. I've found someone whose work I admire in my area. If I've written a programming book on a programming language, who invented that programming language, for example, things like that. So one way to find people, one way to start is to find other Leanpub authors who've written about the same kind of subject or in the same subject area that you've written about, or just best-selling authors whose work you admire. Go to their Leanpub profile page, which is linked to from any book landing page for any book that they've published. And you'll find links to their social media identities there. I still need to add Mastodon to mine. But we've got Instagram, Twitter/X, YouTube, LinkedIn, GitHub, things like that. This is a really good place to start. Find 10, set yourself the task today. I'm going to find 10 Leanpub authors whose work I like, or who I think are influential in a good way. And I'm going to go to their Leanpub profile page and I'm going to follow them online. and then spend a few minutes sort of looking at how they post, what they post, retweet, repost them, etc., things like that. It will, help you learn about basically kind of building an audience online. It will help you learn about book marketing, and it will help you get noticed in the best way, which is you're supporting other people at the same time as you're sort of clearly, out there seeking support as well. But again, this kind of like mutual reinforcement is a feature of online life on social platforms. And if you want to go out there and sort of support other people, you'll probably start getting some support back after a while, or even sooner. um, uh, oh, I wasn't sharing. Let me share this. So this is the tab I was talking about. If you go to a Leanpub profile page, this is what it looks like. You'll see these social media links at the top. Yeah, so that again, this is another one of these sort of relatively short ones, but I hope that it's useful to people who are interested in learning about self-publishing a little bit every day. Some of these videos will be 5 minutes long, some of them will be 20 minutes long. I'm still kind of working out the cadence, but my hope is that people, whenever you decide to watch them, if you're there live, kind of 1 p.m. Pacific time on a weekday, or you want to watch it later, you can find it on our YouTube channel at Leanpub. That spending a few minutes a day thinking about how you're going about marketing your book, how you're going about writing your book, how this whole self-publishing thing works. We hope that's going to be useful to people in the long run. Yeah, so just to end with housekeeping very briefly as well, you can find the blog post accompanying this Lean Publishing Tip of the Day on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. And you can find our YouTube channel on YouTube at Leanpub. We highly recommend you subscribe to that channel. There's lots of great helpful video content that you can watch at your leisure, and you can learn about other books and authors who are part of the Leanpub community of self-published authors from all around the world. So thank you very much for watching this live stream.